Wooper Community Day is very soon in Pokemon Go, and I want to make sure you guys are fully ready for this calm day, so let's run through all the tips and tricks. So this community is November 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. And we will see Wooper spawning more often in the WoW with a shine array of 125, quarter egg hatch distance, 3-hour instances, 3-hour lure modules, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance of getting an XL candy when catching Pokemon, 1 extra special trade during the day, and trades will require 50% less Stardust. Note the trade bonuses are going down until 10 p.m. You will also be able to evolve Wooper into Clodsire to get the new Legacy Charge Attack Aqua Tail on this Pokemon. Also, Paldean Wooper will be able to evolve into the new Clodsire to get the Legacy move Mega Horn on this Pokemon. You'll also be able to take 5 snapshots to get photobombed by 5 Woopers or Paldean Woopers during the event. Now, after Community Day from 5 to 10 p.m., we will have 4-star raid battles for Clodsire and Clodsire. You cannot use remote raid passes to complete these, but if you do complete one of these raids, you will, for the next 30 minutes within 300-meter radius of that gym, Woopers and Paldean Woopers will be spawning with the same shiny rate. This is just so people can play Community Day after it's done. We also have the exclusive field research task during the event that will be catch 3 Woopers or Paldean Woopers for either a Wooper encounter, a Paldean Wooper encounter, 5 Great Balls, 2 Ultra Balls, 2 Pineapple Berries, or 500 Stardust, as well as a Muddy Buddy $1 special research story. You do not need to buy this to play the event, but it'll just get you 4 pages of research, getting you some extra encounters and items. It's usually worth $1, but it's up to you if you want to buy it. Finally, of course, stickers that you can go ahead and get in the shop. With the event details away, let's get right into the tips, starting with the 100% IVs for Wooper and Paldean Wooper. Now, I believe both these Pokemon are going to have the exact same 100% IVs, so let's go ahead and take a look. This on screen is going to be the perfect IVCP chart for a Wooper or Paldean Wooper, showing you the 100% IVCPs from level 1 all the way to level 50. Only a couple we want to look at here. If you get any Woopers from research, whether that be field research or the $1 special research, 275 is the 100% IV for a Wooper there. However, if you are catching Woopers or Paldean Woopers in the wild, in weather boosted conditions, regular Wooper gets boosted in rainy and sunny weather. Meanwhile, Paldean Wooper, I believe, gets boosted in cloudy and sunny weather. You're looking for a level 35 100% IV in the wild, which is 596. So if you see a 596 in weather boosted conditions, that's a guaranteed hundo. However, if you're catching Woopers or Paldean Woopers in non-weather boosted conditions, when they don't have that little aura around them, level 30 is the highest. 550 CP is the 100% IV in the wild for those Pokemon. Other than that though, in the wild, there can be a total of 32 other 100% IV CPs, and it's really hard to know when it's guaranteed one. So my best bet is just catch as many as you can and cross your fingers. You can also join a local Discord group or a local Facebook group in which people sometimes when they catch 100% IVs will call them out and say, hey, there's a hundo here, and go ahead and catch it that way. But my tip, just catch as many as you can and hope for the best. However, 100% IVs is not always the best, and sometimes you want PvP IVs for Pokemon in the Great League or the Ultra League. If you want to know why, I'll link below a video explaining it very simply. But I want to run through what are the best PvP IVs for Clodsire and Clodsire in the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League. Let's go through it right now. Starting off with Clodsire in the Great League, I'm on PvPIVs.com. You're being looking for a 0, 15, 14. That's gonna be the rank 1, but again, anything low attack, high defense, high stamina, as you can see here, is great. Like a rank 10 is 0, 13, 15. If we wanna look at Clodsire in the Great League, you're looking more at a 0, 14, 13. So a little bit different, but shouldn't be too hard to find. Now, Clodsire in the Ultra League, though, is gonna be a 15, 15, 15, because Clodsire actually only maxes out at 2,300 CP about. Same with Clodsire, gonna be maxing out at 2,233. Not as good in the Ultra League, but the hundo is gonna be for the Ultra League. Finally, also will mention Wooper in the Little Cup. A 0, 15, 15 is the rank 1. Wooper is actually pretty good in the Little Cup, so definitely a Pokemon worth getting for there. With this new Paldean Wooper comes a new Pokemon, Clodsire, the evolution of Paldean Wooper. And when new Pokemon come to the game, the question is, are they any good? Let's talk about it. Now, Clodsire is going to be a poison and ground type Pokemon. Have a base attack of 127, base stamina of 277, and base defense of 151, with a max CP at level 50 of 2,207. For fast moves, it can learn Poison Sting and Mud Shot, and for charge moves, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Acid Spray, and Water Pulse. Now, as far as raids go, this Pokemon is not going to be good. It does not have the attack stat, but with that huge stamina stat, this thing will be decent in PvP. We can ignore it for the Master League and the Ultra League, as its CP is not high enough, but taking a look here at the Great League rankings, we will see Clodsire pop itself in at rank 11. Taking a look at its matchup spread here, it will be able to handle some decently meta Pokemon right now, Registeel, Alolan Sandslash, Azumarill, Umbreon Lantern, but it does still lose to Pokemon like Stunfisk, Gligar, which is very popular, Lickitung, very popular, Mandibuzz, very popular right now, and Medicham, which of course is everywhere. But that is a pretty close matchup. Now, before this thing actually had an insane matchup, which was gonna make it number 1 in the meta, but it did get a little bit nerfed. Now it has Poison Sting, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb, but just having the stamina stat that it does with a stamina of 209 and just insane bulk really just lets this Pokemon shine on its own with pretty much any moveset. It's definitely gonna be an instant meta Pokemon, but I don't think you're gonna be seeing on every single team because it is still a Pokemon that will be pretty hard to use as it is a nuke only Pokemon with Earthquake and Sludge Bomb. Still though, definitely worth grabbing to throw on your team. Now, Now, we also know that Clodsire is already good for the Great League, and with Aqua Tail, it will be getting a little bit better. Having the moveset of Mud Shot, Stone Edge, and Aqua Tail. As you can see, Clodsire picks up a couple wins versus things like Gligar, Steelix, beats Clodsire in the mirror match, and a couple other things. Overall, Aqua Tail is a decent buff for Clodsire, and that brings us into a very important topic, how to get candies during this event, because you're going to want a lot of candies for these Pokemon. Number one, use Pineapple Berries. Regular Pineapple Berries will multiply catch candy by 2, and Silvers by 2.34. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with that Mega, you get extra candy, XL candy, and XP for catching those Pokemon. Both Woopers do share the ground typing, so definitely Mega Evolve a ground type, something like a Primal Groudon, a Mega Swampert, a Mega Steelix, anything like that to get extra candies is definitely gonna be best. And specifically a high level one if you can. You can also trade away Pokemon. If you don't know when you trade away Pokemon, if the distance between where those two Pokemon were caught is over 100 kilometers, you'll get 2 extra candies and a guaranteed XL candy. So if you want XL candies for these Pokemon, although not the most useful because you don't need them for the Great League, you can go ahead and save a bunch of them and trade them with a friend who might have some distance caught Pokemon. Finally, go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Now, sometime in November, I'm not 100% sure when, there is a 2-time transfer candy spotlight hour. It will be on screen, and I'm going to recommend transferring Pokemon then. That can get you just some extra candies by just making sure you transfer Pokemon at the same time, where you'll have a 2-time transfer candy bonus. Now, we do have the bonus of quarter egg hatch distance during the event, so I quickly want to run through a tip on how to get 100,000 Stardust in like 30 minutes. And that's gonna be the 12 kilometer egg strategy. If you don't know, if you stack up 12 kilometer eggs and hatch them all on a star piece, you can get about 115,000 Stardust, which is insane. What you're gonna wanna do is before Community Day, stack up 12 kilometer eggs from the Team Go Rocket leaders. Then go ahead and incubate them all on the quarter egg hatch distance using regular incubators or super incubators all at the same time. Then put on a star piece, walk the distance you need to very quick, I think it's like 1 kilometer, and then hatch the 12 kilometer eggs and you'll get 100,000 Stardust. It can be a great way to stack up a lot of stars, although it does obviously cost a lot of money and some planning. It can be a quick way to get some Stardust, especially taking advantage of this quarter egg hatch distance bonus we have during the Calm Day. Finally though, that brings us into Platinum Medal tips. You need 45 Platinum Medals, go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. Which one should you work on during this event? Of course, the type medals, we have the ground type medal, we have the water type medal, and the poison type medal. Catch 2,500 of each of those types. Woopers and Paldean Woopers will be everywhere, so it can be great to work on this. We also have the Pokemon Ranger medal, complete 2,500 field research tasks. Field research tasks during communities are so easy, so you can work on this medal very easy. It's like catch 3 Woopers and you get 1 done. So if you want to work on this medal, you can. You also get so much candy during communities, especially if you follow my candy tips. So the Scientist medal, evolve 2,000 Pokemon. I believe it costs like 50 candies to evolve Woopers. So if you have a bunch of extra candies, you might as well evolve a bunch of them. It gets you XP and it gets you points towards this medal if you haven't completed it. You also get 5 snapshots during the community day. So the Cameraman medal, have 400 encounters and go snapshot. Just make sure you take all 5. It gets you points towards this medal. I'm trying to get mine to 1,000 if I can. And finally, we have the Picnicker medal. Use a lure module to help any trainer catch 2,500 Pokemon. We have 3-hour lure modules during this event. Go to a busy area if you can. Drop your lures. Be the first to drop lures. Everyone's going to be coming out playing community, catching Pokemon off your lures, helping you work on that medal. And guys, that is it, guys. That is my tips for Wooper Community Day. Again, this is a community day for PvP players. If you're a PvP player, get a Clodsire and get a Aqua Tail Clodsire for the Great League. That's pretty much all you need to do. Maybe a Wooper for the Little Cup. But if you don't care about PvP this community day, you can honestly probably skip it. That's gonna be it for me though, guys. Good luck during the Calm Day. We'll see y'all next one. Follow from Dips. Peace.